So welcome back to IGCSE ICT paper. We're going to carry on with the next part of paper 2.2, which is from May-June 2023. We're going to carry on with the task 3 for database. So database is over here. You're going to prepare some reports using this software of Access. So let's import this CSV file. So this one, I'm done with it. Let's open the file, which is in here. I'm just going to create a new database software. Using the software, we don't need to examine it, so just let's import it directly. Okay, so let's open Access. Let's create a new blank file and make sure you're always saving it in your working area. I'm just going to copy this location and paste it over here and create that file over here. Click on create and then close this table and let's import our file. That's supposed to be a race CSV file. Click on OK. Next, that's need to make sure that this is the header. We have a header, and next, okay, let's make sure of the other points. These are the data types. Okay, primary key is given as bibs number. Save the file and the screenshot. Okay, let's put the primary key as the bib number over here. Next, then let's click on advanced and let's compare right now our information. So text for the first 3 rows, and then we have bib number, which is going to be number with 0, 0. So integer, integer, we're going to apply this later, the points. This is number as well with 3 decimal points, so it's the double, okay. And then date time, we're going to make sure that it is date time. The other formats we're going to apply later. The last 3 supposed to be text. Okay, click on OK, finish, and let's go back and change the formatting for some of the fields right now. Look at the time right now here, so you can see some of the things here. This is double as well, integer. All right, let's go to home right now. Let's start with this one. Let's apply this one and this one to be 0 decimal place. This one is long integer and 0 decimal place, or you can just open it and click on 0. Next one also same thing, supposed to be 0. This is supposed to be 3 decimal places, so just before I click this one, I need to make sure actually some of them are 0 decimal places, some of them are 3, so we just need to emphasize on all of them. LPF to be 3. Click on it and it's working. Some of them are not showing, so let me make sure what to do about it. So let's check in the format. Let's click on fixed and let's try it right now and check it. Yes, right now it's working, as you can see. Okay. The next point is for the date time. So let's go and check for the date time. The format needs to be HH, MM, and SSS, or hour, minutes, and seconds. If we choose here the format, you can see that there is PM, AM. We don't need this. So we're just going to short format also is not going to work. I'm worried the seconds not to be lost. Okay. Okay, it's still maintained the seconds, so perfect. This is what I wanted to be in this format. Save the data and place in your evidence document those data types and primary key that we have used it. So right click, save it, and let's take a screenshot for this one. This is my. Make sure whenever you're taking a screenshot that the name of the field or the name of the table is also visible. So that's going to be our step number 15. Just let me make sure I didn't skip any step. Yeah. So 15. Question number 16. import this club CSV file as a new table in your database. Set all the data types to text. So let's go and import the next file. Clubs. We have header, so activate it. And then let me check what are this is the primary key, and then finally the evidence. Okay, so I just need to make sure that all of them are text. They might be all text, so we just need to make sure of it. Primary key, which is going to be the club ID. And then before click on advanced, make sure they're all text. Yes, they are. And click on finish. Just I will make sure everything is imported correctly. Yes. Let's go to the next point, which is the evidence for this second one. And this must be placed in step 16. So over here, the next one is 17. Create one-to-many relationship between the club ID in the clubs table and the club code in the race table. You need always to make sure of the tables in case you have more than one table. So database tool, relationship, add your both tables. And right now let's create it between club ID and the club code, I guess so. Yes, club ID and club code from race. Just drag from one side to another. And we need to maintain the relationship. Okay, I'm just going to, okay. And place in your evidence document a screenshot showing the fields and the relationship. And let's take the screen capture. Okay, and that's going to be placed in step number 17 over here. For the next question is question number 18. Create a columnar data entry form with all fields in the race table, okay, to display one record at a time. And we need to apply some different formatting features to this form to improve the design. So first of all, let's go and create the form. We're done with this. So let's go to the form and then click on form wizard and choose the form. We're based on the table of race, yes. So just race, add all of the values, because they didn't mention anything specifically, so all of them. Here it needs to be columnar data, so definitely columnar 1. And any specific name. Okay, so let's just click on finish. Okay, one thing we need to care about here, they asking us for 2 different features or maybe more than this. So one of the features we can do, for example, is let's click first on layout view. Let's add the name here. For example, this is related with race, so we can call it racing details or race details. Another feature, let's see, we can adjust the length and the name of the labels. This is 2 features it can be. So let's adjust this to be with the proper naming. Maybe you can change the color to be a bit brighter and better, like better contrasting. So we can make it to dark black. Right now it's a bit too gray color. I'm holding control and selecting all of them. And after that we can go to home and apply black to it. We can a bit make it bold and maybe increase the font size a little bit, just that's too much. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, I cannot another feature. Let's try to reduce these. They're really okay. I think I will just make it with the same size of this. I need to adjust the same height, so I think that's okay. No, that's too much less. Okay, I'm going to adjust the others as well. Okay, I can adjust the height from here, all of them with the same height. I want this height. I want all of them to be having the same height, which is this one. So I'm just going to copy this and select all of them and put the same height. Perfect. And right now we need to adjust the positions. Okay, last thing is this alignments, or it is the height, or I would say the width. The height, I already fixed it. I think I can make it a bit more than this. So 0.6 can be a bit better. Okay, and then the width. Let me see how much is the width here, which is 4. Okay, let me select 4. Good. Okay, so I added more than 2 features. Let me see what other features also we can add. Appropriate labels, title also, and I think that's enough. Let's add one more thing, which is okay. Anyway, that's all the things. Let's go to question number 19. Use the form created in step 18 to add the following records, new records. So let's add this record over here. So let's go to the last record and click on new one. And over here, first of all, let me make it into form view. And let's add it RCC 11. That's Burns. Make sure also of the labels are exactly matching with the same field you're putting. So Burns, that's first name Amy. The number is 1208. And then year of birth is 1943. LPF is 0.678. Race time is 022005. Category is going to be Grand Veteran. And then 80 to 85, 89. Female for the gender. Okay. Just to make sure I add it. Okay, for the next point is place your evidence document in a screenshot with the new record displayed and showing the formatting features applied. Okay, let's take a screen capture. That's for step 2019. For the next question, question number 20. Using the fields from both tables, produced. Let's produce a report. Select the records where the area ends with the text land and the category is junior and or master. Shows only the fields with these fields, and raise time in this order. Okay, all right, let's start to add these. First of all, let's create a query. So I'm going to start with those mentioned fields, which is first name, last name, gender. If they need it from both tables, so you need to add both tables. So first name, last name, gender, category. First name, last name, gender, category, area, country, and race time. In this order with the data labeled in full. Do not group this and sort the data into ascending order. Okay, the next point, let's add this. So area ends with the text land. So where is the area? As you can see here, how many records we will have, up to 300. And the area, there are some of them must be ending with land. Okay, Oakland and many of them. We need only those that ends with the land. So in here, we're going to use the wildcard, which is starting with land, which starts with whatever it starts. So star means it starts with whatever, but it needs to be ending with land. And let's check it right now. As you can see here, area, Queensland, Jutland, and all those countries or cities or areas starting with ending with land. The next thing, the category is supposed to be junior or master. So let's go to the category and apply junior or master. If you applied and, so it's not going to apply because we don't have both of them in one category. It needs to be either master or junior, as you can see here. For the next part, we're done with this. Sending, okay, the rest will be applied into the report card. So let's save this as step 20. And let's right now create the report. So click on report, step 20, and then, okay, do not group them. And here, let's make sure of the ascending or descending point. Ascending depending on the category. So that's already ascending of the category. It needs to be tabular. And it needs to be orientation portrait. So perfect. Last thing is the name. So it will be ready as we click on finish. As you can see, the name came automatically. Okay, everything should single page. Let me check right now. First, let's check with the order. So let's go to layout view. So it's supposed to start first name, last name. So let's remove the category. And let's grab this to the left. Make sure the names are fully visible. And then you have gender and category and area. So gender. Category, area, country, and race time. So areas. Ascending order, let's check of the category. Is it in ascending order? Yes, J and then M. And then we have the page orientation, supposed to be portrait. These steps, we have to go to print view and check the portrait is okay, and it seems it is also fitting on one page, so it needs to be fitting on one page as well, and it includes the title is done, and the last thing is we need to put the name on the report. So that's the final thing, is putting the name on the report. Let's add it over here, select the table, and then I'm just going, it won't matter right now where I'm putting it, so just let me put it over here. Okay, done. Oops, that's not showing fully. Let me adjust it. The last thing. Okay, perfect. That's the thing. Save it and print your report. So let me go and check to the printing preview. That's it. Okay, for the next question, it's 21. Using the fields from both tables, produce a tabular report that selects the record where, okay, first of all, let me close this. Let's go right now and create a design, a query design. And then let's contain those records. So this is a new record or a new field. Calculate the runtime. This will calculate the raise time multiplied by LPF ratio. Format this field to display as this one. Okay, and we need to show those fields. So first let me start with those fields. Still here. So let's start with the bib lift. Wait a minute, bib number, and then followed with gender, year, category LPF, club name and country, club name, country, raise time, and the last one is the new table that we are going to create it right now. It's going to be called LP uplift, LPF uplift. Just make sure you're typing exactly the same one. And over here, let me expand here. Okay, comma, our colon, and then make sure that it is the raise time multiplied by LPF ratio. So whenever you have preset already earlier fields that are already available, make sure in between the brackets you're putting them and put the name exactly, raise time multiplied by LPF. Right? So multiplied star, LPF is also a predefined one, so LPF ratio is here, so LPF ratio. Okay, let me check it right now. It seems like really large value, and we need to format it to become into hour, minutes, and seconds. To do so, right click on properties, hour, minutes, and seconds. Great. And then okay, so that's all for the query. Oh no, not yet. So country code, so let me remove whatever. I'm done with it. This we need it. This is done. Okay, so the country code is Great Britain, GBR. Let me go back here and let's go to the country code. So country code. Okay, one thing. Country code seems to be not selected. Let me make sure. Yes, country code seems not selected field. So you need to add it from here. Where is it, country code? Over here, you need to add it. But one thing, we shouldn't make it available, or we shouldn't add it later in the report card. So I'm going to remove the tick later, so let's make sure it is GBR. So just put the country code exactly like this, and you can see they are selecting only Great Britain. And then the year of birth, it's supposed to be 1960 or earlier, so that means equal or less than. So year of birth supposed to be less than or equal to 1960. So let me make sure. Okay, last thing, I'm going to remove this before I forget. Okay, perfect. Next point is we're going to sort it, and let's create right now the report. I'm going to call it step 21. And let's go to create and click on report wizard and go to the step 21, add all of them except that one, which is, where am I? The country code. The country code supposed to be, okay, it's not selected anyway because I didn't tick it. Great. So next, ascending and descending. So I need to ascend depending on the country and descending on LPF. So ascending depending on the country and descending on LPF. Tabular, it needs to be in the landscape orientation, and let me put the name. Okay, so first thing, we need to adjust the columns. So I'm done. Let's adjust the column according to this one. It starts with bit number. Make it fully visible, the label. And then I have the gender and year of birth. Where's gender? Over here. It's really large, so I'm going to reduce it because all of them will be male either or female. So the next one is going to be year of birth. And then we have category. LPF ratio, club name, club name, country, and race time. Race time is supposed to be before the last, and the last one's supposed to be the LPF lift. So that's it. I think I just need to be a bit of more arrangement, and then we're done. Great, that's all. And then let's go to the next point, which is ascending according to the country. So the country is here, so ascending, E, and so on. And then based on the country itself, it needs to be descending for the LPF. So where's the LPF? So we just start with the largest to the smallest value. Yes, correct. Ascending, descending. So this is done. So it's done, done. Then let's check the page orientation. Page orientation. Let me go and click on page, print preview. Okay, that's supposed to be has the page orientation landscape. Fits on a single page wide. Whenever they mention wide, that means doesn't matter how many pages. What matters is the columns. All the columns are fitting on one single page. As you can see here, it starts from all those columns, starting from bib number till LPF uplift on one page. It's not like, you know, the rest remaining of columns that are going to the next page. No, it's just the remaining data going to the next page, but the columns are all onto one page. Includes only the title. We already added the title. If you want to increase the size, you can also increase it a bit more. We can also make it bold if we would like to. And calculates the longest race and places this at the end of the report. Fully visible and right aligned. So the longest race, we need to calculate it. We can go to the design view and then we can click on the longest race. So we better select the race time, right click, and then total or summation of, or sorry, maximum. I need to get the maximum of this. Total, let me think of another way. So, and if you cannot find it just here, I need just to find the longest race. Longest race will be the maximum one that take the most time, which is the most racing time. So just I'm going to put any of those values and then I'm going to turn it into maximum. So let's check. Okay, it's working. I need to adjust the formatting. To make it the same, like hour, minute, and seconds. Okay, and then it needs to be aligned under the same column. So let me just make sure of that point. It's perfectly aligned down there. And then we need to add the label. So the label, it will be the longest race times, fully to the left side of this value. So simply just go to this one. Hello, where are you? Okay, I'm just going to use this one. And I'm going to go to over here and add the value or the label over here. To look more neat, make it bold, and that's it. For the next point, we need to have the name, center number, candidate number in the footer, so it appear on every single page from here. So that's going to be in design view, and I need it to be in the page footer. So I'm going to place it over here in the page footer. So in page footer, it will appear on all the pages. Unlike the report footer, it will appear only on the last page. And then that's it. Save it and print your report and place this in the screenshot about calculation of the longest race. So let me place about the this calculation. Let's expand it a bit, and let's take it and place it in that's it. And then for printing, just make sure you're saved it, and then for printing, go to the print preview and make sure everything is perfect. It's supposed to be one white page, and so that's perfect, and that's it. Print it. And if you have any questions, you may put it in the comment section, and see you in the last task of presentation.